Hi everyone, welcome to another top 5 video. This video is top 5 mistakes talking about your relationships. Watch the video until the end. I'm going to give you a very good tip about small talk. What you can do when you're doing small talk in English. Read these sentences now and see, can you see the mistakes? My man works at Allianz. My woman runs her own PR company. Do you have a friend? I have a date with my boss. This sentence grammatically is okay. It makes sense, but there's probably a mistake in it. And do you have childs? So let's start with the first one. You are with a colleague or you're with a business partner and you want to say how amazing and how great your man is and how proud you are. Well, you wouldn't say my man works at Allianz. That sounds like a little bit strange. You sometimes would hear it in a song or in some type of informal English. You might hear it in a film or a TV show as a joke or in a very informal context. But normally people would say my husband or my boyfriend. In the second one here, again, you are trying to tell somebody how fantastic and amazing and modern and fabulous your woman is, and you say my woman runs her own PR company. Again, it sounds a little bit, perhaps, again, it would be used in songs or maybe when you're talking very, very informally or as a joke. It could sound a little bit like a caveman, if you say, whoa, my woman, she's my woman. So it's not the usual way or the usual word to say. You would say my wife or my girlfriend. On the third one, if you want to ask the other person if they are in a relationship, and you might say, are you married or do you have a friend? You're thinking in German, ein Freund or eine Freundin. Well, a friend in English is not a person that you're in a romantic relationship with. A friend in English is ein Freund. So you're not in a relationship with this person. So you would say, do you have a boyfriend or do you have a girlfriend? Or if probably if you want to be politically correct and you don't want to assume that the other person is heterosexual, you want to be more open-minded perhaps, you could say, do you have a partner? So do you have a boyfriend? Girlfriend, partner. Partner is probably the best word to use. Do you have a partner or are you in a relationship? Because it doesn't assume that the other person is heterosexual. The next one, I have a date with my boss. A date is a romantic dinner or evening in a bar with somebody because you want to be with that person, or there's a love interest, or possibly you're sexually attracted to that person. So you could have a date with your boss. I don't know if you want to sleep with your boss or you want to be in a relationship with your boss. It's possible, but I think the mistake here, often people say a date when they mean a meeting or an appointment. An appointment is a little bit more formal, perhaps with a specific time and a place. A meeting is a little bit more neutral or informal. You could also say, I have to meet with my boss, or I'm meeting my boss at 3 o'clock. So the last one, if you are asking another person, this question here, the mistake would be here. So, Child is singular and children is plural. So do you have children? So they were the top 5 mistakes talking about your relationships. I hope this video helped you. My tip about small talk is when you're doing small talk with somebody, show interest and ask follow-up questions. So when they're talking to you, if they're saying, you know, my husband or my boyfriend works at Allianz, use words like, oh really, or how interesting. Oh, okay. So you're using words to show interest and then ask follow-up questions. You could say, okay, so in what department does he work in? Or where is he based? Is he based in Berlin? How long has he worked for Allianz? So show interest and ask follow-up questions, and that will help the small talk, or that will help the conversation to flow a bit more easier and will make the other person more comfortable. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Feel free to write some comments if you have any questions or thoughts about the video. Write them in the comments box, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you want more information about our courses, just click here.
I learned how to make an introduction of a presentation, and I tried some things that I would have never tried before, like beginning with a story.
You know, I learned how to answer difficult questions. It's a very big point, very important point for me. I'm looking for a new challenge and a new,